Greetings, sailors of the high seas. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Dredge, Episode 6, Stellar Basin. So we have got octopus, crab, and crown of thorns. What a creepy looking thing, huh? So I am one bolt of cloth away from the 4 new cargo spaces. And if you haven't noticed already, the green indicates where it's going to be upgraded. You know, and that's of all upgrades. So, like, here's where the rod slots are going to be. Here's the nets. Here's the engine. So on and so forth. Let's empty out these traps. And I'm also looking for aurora jellyfish. So with my little trawl net. Actually, I don't know if my trawl net can trawl up these jellyfish. I might need an improved one. I'll check on that in a sec. I figure while I'm here, I might as well just, dump the extra equipment in. So 4 nets. Taking a look at the map here, or rather in the encyclopedia, the Stellar Basin, for pursuits, for the samples, I need the aurora jellyfish. And actually, I think this net can grab it. I guess I want to check if the upgraded net I have access to gives me additional access for... Oh no, I just caught one. Just by chance, just now. Okay, never mind. Cancel that. I wasn't sure what the requirement is, but clearly the better net is not it. That was convenient. Let's bring this back to the researcher. So she is just to the north. This is the basin full of the evil creature that's trying to kill me. Let's see if I can't make it aggressive. Come on, you know you want to eat me. So the TLDR is don't try to fish things in the water here, because that thing is gonna fight you. I couldn't entice it to attack me though. Oh, you know what? I just sold the aurora jellyfish, so I'm gonna need one more jellyfish, but I'll trawl around until I get a new one. So I want to trawl where the few is plentiful. I don't mind getting myself a hammerhead in the meantime. So if you look at the bottom left, it says few, so just find wherever that says plentiful, and that should get me the extra jellyfish. We can also check out her old research station. That's something to do. Laboratory is in ruins, with equipment and research papers strewn about the place. Where do you want to look? Cupboards. I empty the cupboards. Inspect the equipment. There's a strange-looking prototype. I don't have any use for it. And hastily scrawled notes. Not safe. Expect retaliation imminently. Evacuate to fort. Look around on the floor. There are cracks in the structure that grow to large gashes as I follow them along the walls. Something extremely large and powerful created these holes. And got another research. And the generator. An old generator sputters and ticks over. While I'm here, might as well do some research. So I'll do one for the pots, just to catch my pots up to everything else. And then I'll let you vote. So one of my research is going to be reserved for this rod, once I'm able to unlock it. So the rest of the research is either for this rod, one of these 2 pots, or one of the 3 nets. Oh, and I'm about to get more research. Nice. Over here is a nice little coastal village with even more research. Streamer luck. And bolts of cloth. Good for upgrades. I should also probably get this hammerhead shark to the pontoon boat for the fish market. Because it's probably going stale, and that's not smart. It's still fresh for now. So that is just east of me. Or west of me. The other east. And you can also see from here where the collector quest was. There was a bit of a glow in the middle. Yeah, right there. That is a common theme. There's apparently plenty to trawl here for. Try to get one of these, did I get it? Yep, I got one. So, this time, I will put the Aurora into storage first. So I can't sell it. You guys want to invest in nets? So there is additional cargo. Done. I will invest in nets, but this is for the next unlock part. That pulls up. And I think I'm going to go for the large trawl net, which allows me to get shallow and coastal. With one research part left over for the new piece that I'm waiting on. All right, let's take this over to the researcher. I'll buy the large trawl net as soon as I'm done with this. Thank you. Looks like you cut all the surface specimens I need, but yes. I also do need something deeper down. Why is that a problem? Retrieve samples from Abyssal Zone. Head over to the research outpost before the attack. So go retrieve the prototype parts. Alright. Regain a little sanity and head back to the research base. Ooh, look at you. This thing looks big. Oh, it's a Hadal. Never mind. Can't catch you yet. Alright, got the prototype parts for her. And the next upgrade will be light. There's actually an achievement to keep your engines like overheated for a long time like that. Excellent. Let me assemble a device for you. This should allow you to fish Abyssal. I'll replace it with the trawl net because I'm going to be selling this trawl net soon anyway. And she created a repulsor machine to repulse the dangerous thing down below. So I'm looking for a giant amphipod, an anglerfish, a snailfish, and a loose jaw. Then the research I'm going to get is for the bottomless lines, which gives me Abyssal and Hadal. I might have known that was coming. So let's get that purchased and installed. And then I also want to get... What was the one the gold figure was? The Fangtooth? So I also want to get a Fangtooth too. So all the fish she just asked for plus Fangtooth. And you can see why I put the crab pots over here, because it's pretty easy to just quickly grab right before we're doing a selling run. Oops. So here is the improved line. Buy it, install it, and send the prototype to storage. I'm also going to buy packed explosives. And then check out how close I am to get the better light. So 2 planks, 2 metal parts. So I think I only need 1 plank, if my math isn't incorrect. Also installed this in a dumb spot. I should have rotated it. Yeah, so just 1 more plank, 1 more lumber. There we go. That allows me to fit things better. I think first order of business is help the gold figure, because he's on a bit of a timer. So I want Fangtooth. So I'm going to go over to the research outpost to install the repulsor device, and then look for Fangtooth and bring that back to the gold figure before I fail that. got a research out of that, and I'm going to activate the machine. So what this does is, a few seconds later, a bright light shoots on top, an alarm begins, and it will keep the creature in the middle of this area at bay. This is an anglerfish, not the fangtooth I'm looking for. The fangtooth, I believe, is like really small. So I'm looking for a tiny fish. This is a snail. Snailfish. This looks like the arthropods. There it is. This is just treasure. And then, of course, there's the quest thing in the middle. I could also do that real quick. The jewel-encrusted band, the ring that the collector sent me to get. I don't think fang teeth have to be in the center, so I can look elsewhere as well. And some of these fish are ones that I haven't collected yet, so I might as well just get my first sample. So that's a coral grouper. Those were barracuda. This looks like a red snapper. Yep. Come on, fangy boys. Some of the hadal and abyssal fish are hard to spot because they're like, here we go. That's the fangtooth. So let's head to the east-southeast to bring this back to the gold figure. But while I'm right next to the research fort, I'll hand in what she wants as well, because otherwise it will rot by the time I get back to her. This isn't too far out of the way. So I'm only missing the loose jaw, which is a abyssal rod fish to catch. Hey, buddy. Ooh, a scrap of paper. Another wooden plank, which I think is the... Wasn't that the one thing holding me up from the better light? That's another thing soon to be done. There is also the oarfish that the traveling merchant asked me to catch, which is back at the Gale Cliffs. So once I'm done with this, there's the possibility to double back that way and to get that done too. Oh, and I believe I just found the loose jaw. Yep, there it is, the loose jaw. And absolutely the most severe paranoia that money can buy. I'm not even heading in the right direction anymore. Is this more loose jaw? Yeah. Okay. They bring the small fish to their mouth and bite where the heart is. Their cracked lips part to reveal a row of sharpened teeth. Last is a blue crab. Blue crabs were what I was trapping over in the Stellar Basin. So we have just to head back that way to the research outpost to drop, or the old fortress to drop off the loose jaw, and then the traps that I had set up. I think probably some deep evil is going to befall me before I make it that much further. Also just caught a barrel eye, because I am at absolute maximum paranoia here. Oh, and I found another slab rock. So this slab rock depicts sharks. So I'm going to need to catch some sharks to be able to do this one. So keep that in the back of your mind for things to do. Is to catch some sharks to fulfill that. Oh, speaking of which, I think this is a shark. I will have problems with this, though. I am going to get rid of the firefly squid, the fangtooth, the snapper, the other snapper, I'm pretty close to being able to make room for this. I might get rid of the barrel eye. No, I can fit it all in. Alright, there we go. I got rid of the stuff that was just not worth as much. And I'll stick a hammerhead shark in here for later. I'm not exactly sure how it's laid out, but the symbols clearly depict a shark. And if you're wondering, if it doesn't belong in there, it won't accept it. So if I try to put like the barrel eye, for instance, actually it does accept it. But 4 large, powerful fish. So yeah, that indicates sharks. So I'll try to catch some other sharks at some point. Do I also still have the explosives on me? Good to know. The loose jaw just became infected. I don't know if it still gets accepted. But in case it doesn't, well, in case it does, I'll put it away to sell everything else. So the engagement ring I'm going to put away. The research part, I can have you guys decide on what to do with. And I can sell these 2 fish. Not worth much. So in terms of research, for rods, it would probably be the Fathomless Winch. So I can do Abyssal, Hadal, and Oceanic, which would be nice. For pots, it would be one of the 2 improved pots. And for nets, it would be probably the heavy-duty trawl net to give me Oceanic trawling. Let's see if the researcher will take the loose jaw that is infected. No! Okay. Didn't bring anything important. My dude here is so sleep deprived he's straight tripping. Oh, she does. Perfect. I have good news and bad news. Which do you want to hear first? The bad news. Bad news is the samples you retrieve from the basin have dangerously high counts of cellular mutations. Kind of already knew that. The good news is I've honed in on what's causing the abnormalities in the ecosystem. This all points to one thing. That thing is that the basin is harmful to life at a cellular level. It damages everything around it, whether passively or with intent. I need to write up a full report of my findings. Sorry, our findings immediately. Maybe now they'll take me seriously. Oh, how rude of me. You've done all this for me, and I've done not so much as to say thank you. You know, you gave me, like, the ability to fish up Hadal and Abyssal, so I appreciate that. You should have this, and it's a plan for the future book. Thanks again. So let's go ahead and start to read that. There's some messages in the model that I've skipped over, but I still want a blue crab. So let's get back over to the crab traps just as soon as I am not hallucinating hostilities in every direction. Also, if you're wondering, the repulsor device is reusable, so I can trigger it again whenever I want to go into the center of the basin. All I have to do is go over to the generator and trigger it again. Oh boy, oh boy. So I got my blue crabs. I'm going to put those away so they can't... One of them can't be sold. I'm sure the other traps have crabs, though, so I'm actually going to sell these. Okay. Drop these back in. And let's go satisfy the gold figure. Looks like saving up for rods is the answer. So the winch, we go. Hey, Jens, thank you for the resub. So the real benefit of the winch is going to be that I will be able to replace the hydraulic rod with the winch, which will allow me to combine the bottomless lines and the hydraulic rod into one item, which is pretty handy. Hey, but look at this. I'm going to nuke something. Boom. Dredge up some refined metal. Or not. For the low cost of one explosive. Also hear a doggy. Let's go find the doggy. Doggy, where are you? Am I hallucinating you? Well, okay. I'm not hallucinating this wood, so... Sorry, pup. You'll have to wait. It would help if my lights were on. There is a skinny brown dog leaping around in the shallows. Occasionally it lunges at the water, snapping at some small silvery fish. Its technique is ineffective. Disembark. You jump off the boat into thigh-high water. The dog stops chasing the fish and focuses on me. Slowly approach. You wade towards the shore. As you get nearer, the dog backs up a little ways. It sits. Throw some fish. You throw some scraps towards the dog, which lands in the sand. The dog eats them, along with a mouthful of sand. Slowly approach. Pat the dog? Call for the dog? pull some fish out in my hand, pat the dog. And let it follow me. All right, it's on the boat. So I can look for a permanent home for the dog. I think I'm going to do that now. Because... Oh, wait. There's more wood? Because the figure in the cloak is probably still going to be there tomorrow. I haven't wasted too much time. But my panic meter is a wee bit maxed. Somewhat my fault, because I kept my lights off. For no good reason. There's a lot of debris to trawl in the middle too, or to dredge rather. I'm being chased. Oh god. And my bottomless lines are disabled. I can't fish the Abyssal anymore. This dog needs a home. Do you want it? A dog? Oh gosh, let me see. The dog bounds over to the researcher. She crouches down to pat the dog, grinning. Dog licks her chin in response. You'd love the company. Yeah, I'm sure. Take the dog. And the dog pukes up a sapphire ring. Seems totally normal. Alright, let's get back to Mr. Evil Cloaked Dude. The Starlight pontoon is not exactly on the way, but I'm going to make a pit stop down that way to empty out the traps. And to repair the, to build the new light and repair the boat. Because as Islotus reminds me, I have not made the new light. Maybe make room for stuff. This boat is pretty packed. Yep, don't have room for that. Oops. So next I'll do engines. I like moving quick. And then after that, maybe nets. Sorry, rods, you come last for no apparent reason. No, maybe rods over nets. Because I'm working on the hydraulic rod, which is pretty good. Wait, where are those? Oh, they went to storage. Whoops. Alright, so got another rod slot. And now I'm going to work on engines and nets. So that's 2 lumber and 3 metal scrap. Not too bad. I can definitely afford that better net, yeah. The real question is, do I want it now, or do I want to save up for the oceanic one, right? I suppose I could pull on it. You mean the net upgrade? Yeah, the interim one. I'm not running nets right now, though, at all. So that's why I hesitate. It's a pretty crummy time to go out to the gold-cloaked figure, but I'll burn the midnight oil. I've delayed on that long enough. I didn't bring the crab with me. Yep. That was smart. Ew, a void eye. Alright, maybe the fastest way to do this is to manifest back to storage. And I also didn't upgrade the lights either. I'll do that in just a sec. So while I'm over here, I'm just going to sell off the artifacts that I've got and bring this to the collector. What is it? Oh, I did not grab it, did I? There we go. You walk in and place the jewel-encrusted ring on the table by the collector. His eyes widen. We're certainly making progress now, and I know what you're thinking. An item like this would fetch a fortune at any auction. But for us, its value transcends material wealth. Regardless, you are due a reward. He opens up his crimson book, its spine crackling audibly. Selecting a page carefully, he begins to read aloud. The words sound muffled, as though he's speaking through a thick haze. You hear a growling crackling in my ears. Suddenly, your vision flares and both your ears pop. He closes the book. We must keep searching. Twisted Strands next. So the ability you gave me is Banish, which allows me to banish evil around me. So if I'm about to get ganked or anything like that, I can just yeet the evil away. Like this thing, which is a completely hallucinated island. So I'm trying to tempt the fates here by getting super paranoid and then use Banish as a I win button. What are you? Oh, more barrel eyes. So I'm headed over to the Starlight Pontoon. So for the for this evil thing down below, I can either activate the generator or just straight up banish it. Banishing is obviously a shorter cooldown period. I know I haven't used it yet, so you wouldn't know that. The generator's still ideal. There's my blue crab, right? It was just one blue crab. So I will absolutely remember to store it this time. I have a habit of selling things I need. There we go. I never made it over to the trader. Alright. But I'm not going to spend the time to install a light just yet. I'm going to race over to the cloak. So when I get to the cloak, what should I do next? Will be up to you. I could do a few different things. So I could fish shark for the rock slab. I could catch the oarfish. Search the collector relics. Upgrade boat. Or search for research. How's that for some options? Give you 5 minutes to vote on that. Hey, Rep, thank you for the resub. Cheers. If you guys see any sharks out here that aren't imagined hallucinations trying to kill me. Oh, here we go. Speaking of which. Hey, ghost shark. It'd be good to have those for the rock slab, which looks to be the leading option anyway. Hey, bro. He feasts upon the flesh inside and hands me a book. And disappears to a deep sleep. So the book he handed me is Advanced Fishing, but I'm still not done with a plan for the future. Do I have manifest off cooldown? I do. All right. So I'm going to manifest and sell the trader stuff, and then maybe rest a little. Because I think the rock slab will accept a stale or rotting ghost shark. Maybe. I don't think it needs to be fresh. Lighthouse keeper approaches you on the dock, wearing a questioning expression. Must not be around the island. You mustn't been around most of the islands by now. Have you found whatever is looking for? Almost. She shifts her weight, leans hard against her staff. How can you be so sure? The last time you thought you knew, and look what happened. She turns from you, shaking her head and muttering. Heads back to the lighthouse. She really doesn't like me much. And he just gave me something called Relax Mind Book. Ooh, you know, I don't want to sell these sharks. Put those into storage. Sell the rest. Well, okay. I don't sell sharks to him, so I didn't really need to do that. I blame the panic and insanity. Thank you for tuning in to Dredge, which originally streamed live on Twitch April 4th and April 5th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my gaming community, Rhadamant.com also has a link to Discord, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you in next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow fishermen,